Hello everyone, it's Dave like AK, Realtor Dave, started January 2017. Today I'm going to talk about my predictions for Calgary real estate in 2017. If you missed my last video, which was what happened in 2016, I'll put that in the comments. But to summarize that video, 2016 was a bad year for Calgary real estate. Could have been much worse given how bad the economy performed. Overall, prices were down about 3% citywide. Now, before I talk about my specific predictions for 2017, let's talk about a few of the major news stories that will dominate headlines for the next 12 months and will really be ultimately what determines house prices in Calgary and what goes on here. So firstly, and I think most importantly, is Toronto real estate. I think if you watched my video for a while, you know that I'm always critical of the politicians for doing or considering Canadian real estate as an entirety when two markets, Toronto and Vancouver, that have been extremely hot over the last couple of years, are a huge percentage of the overall population of Canadian real estate, and they put in criteria to slow down those two markets that drags the rest of us down with them. When realistically, outside of Toronto as of right now, no other market needs to be slowed down. The problem is Toronto is a massive market, and they're predicting 20% price increases in that city, and I'm concerned that the Canadian government's going to sit there and go, well, we need to put more tightening of mortgage lending rules out there to try and slow down the market. Everywhere else besides Toronto and even Vancouver right now, the market has slowed. I do not believe the Ontario Liberals are going to do anything. And so I believe it's going to be left to the federal government to do that. They're going to tighten the mortgage rules. And depending on what they do, that could really affect Calgary real estate. And that I think is the kind of the number one news story, good or bad, about this year. And that's the number one thing I'll be following. If you do see those mortgage rules change and you're looking to sell, get your home on the market immediately, if you're looking to buy, you really got to ask yourself, like, do I jump into the market when it's likely gets overinflated and it will come down? And I will say it depends on kind of what the changes are. The other two news stories, or the two negative news stories that I'm following, one is the jobless recovery, as they call it. And that's that while we are recovering here in Alberta economically, we're not seeing an increase in jobs. Without an increase in jobs, we will not see an increase in prices. Same thing with vacancy. Vacancy rates continue to go up. They continue to build more rental-only buildings. So long as rental rates go up, we will not see renters be motivated to jump into the market, and that will keep prices, not from going up. The two good things I think about this year for Calgary real estate, one will be interest rates. People always talk about, interest rates have to go up, they have to go up. Maybe they do eventually, but it won't be this year. The economy isn't good enough, and despite what's happening south of the border, it's still going to take a long time for that to come up here. And I think so long as the economy in Canada is slow, we will not see an increase in interest rates and mortgage yields. Doesn't really matter to me what happens to them. I think the banks are going to keep the rates relatively similar, though they might go up a little bit. Let's be honest here, they've been below 3 for a long time. If they hit 3 or a little bit above, then it's still remarkably low. And I think the other thing that will help Calgary real estate, I talked about previously about this jobless recovery. The good thing, I think, is that people who still have their job, who kept their job through this, are feeling pretty stable these days. A lot of companies have done their cuts, they're running pretty lean, and they're mostly suggesting they're done laying people off. I think I've seen a lot of people come back to me who hadn't been looking for a couple of years, who now feel a little bit more secure in their jobs. And what that's going to do is prevent prices from going down, because there's be more buyers out there, and more than anything, it will prevent people or make it so people don't have to sell. And that's really when prices go down, when people must sell. So with all that said, what do I see happening? So overall, I see Calgary house prices down another 2%. Within that, I actually see those single-family homes that are below 600,000 going up 2 to 3%. I think a single-family home market as a whole will be up 1%, and that 1% is lower because the above $600,000 homes won't grow as much as the ones below 600,000. I see, again, unfortunately, apartment condos probably taking the biggest hit, probably down another 5%. Townhomes down another 2 to 3%. And I think those predictions are fairly safe, and I wish I had some sort of big, boisterous predictions here, but it's not what I see happening this year. I think this year is going to be the Calgary real estate the Calgary real estate market and the Calgary economy sort of plugging away, slowly grinding forward, and better times are ahead. But this year we will see limited growth. But I do believe this year will be stable, which, frankly, it's good news for everybody. If you guys have any questions, as always, feel free to reach out to me, 403-990-1278, or send me an email, davereddick@remax.net. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I really do appreciate it. Talk to you all soon. Bye.